Hi, everyone. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. I'm Crystal Dawn Hill. Normally on my channel, I talk about divine partnership, my own personal journey with my divine masculine, and things like that. But today, I'm going to talk about something a little different, but it still coincides with my spiritual journey and with my personal journey. It's just not specifically about twin flame or divine partnership. It's about grief. And I had an interesting realization earlier that I want to share today. So I was watching a video from a gentleman who is a funeral director. And he does videos sharing stories about the families who are grieving a loved one and different experiences and different lessons and insights that he has gained through his work with working with these families. And today he did a video asking what is the most inappropriate thing you've ever heard said at a funeral. And I was going to give my answer, but it was regarding something that was said at my mother's funeral. And I'm not going to go into that because it isn't associated with what I want to share. But in reflecting on that day, I had a really interesting realization. The day of my mother's funeral, it was a very awkward day for me for many reasons. And I was seated with my brother, of course. We're the only two people left in our immediate family. And the other people that were seated in the front with us were some cousins who had been there to support me through my mom's illness. And the people that were really, truly my closest loved ones at the time, emotionally, were seated a few rows back. And when I was watching the video from this undertaker, and I was reflecting on the day of my mom's funeral and recalling looking up front to the person who spoke, I was recalling that memory from the vantage point of being seated further back. But in reality, I was seated on the front pew. And I was going, I know that I was seated up front, so why am I recalling this day from having been seated further back? And I realized something very profound. I was dissociated, and my energy was back there with the people that I genuinely loved and wanted to be seated with. The ones who were truly being my support system. My best friends that I had been friends with for several years. So, how this ties in with the spiritual journey is, number one, how our energy works. When we are at our lowest, our energy or our higher self is in control and is taking care of us and giving us what we need, even though we're in a state of loss and despair and discomfort. So when I realized this, listen, my voice is cracking and shaking because it's moving me so deeply. When we realized this, at least for me, and I hope that this goes for all of you as well, it gives us great comfort knowing that even when we are not in the mindset to really be there for ourselves, our higher self kicks in and takes care of us. And this can also apply to what we go through in the twin flame journey or our journey with our divine masculine or feminine. And I'm finding such great comfort and profoundness in this because of how I came across this just by watching a video from an undertaker led me to this realization. And also that it came to me in a time when I really needed it, when I'm feeling in a place of not deep, deep darkness or despair, but in a little bit of a low, dark place. And a sense, in a place where I'm feeling a sense of loss and aloneness. And I'm in an interim period in my life where I feel like I'm shifting from letting go of old stuff, but not yet having moved into the place of newness and refreshment. I'm in that state of limbo. So this information gives me great comfort, and I hope it does for you as well. And yeah, it can be applied to our journey with our divine partner, because many, many times we go through this where, we're without them and we want to be with them, and our energy actually is with them, even though we may not be aware of it on a conscientious level. So if this resonates with you, if you'd like to share your experiences, or if you'd like to ask questions or talk more about this, please always feel free to reach out. I wish you all the very best with your journey, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And happy autumn for those in the Northern Hemisphere, and happy spring for everyone in the Southern Hemisphere. Take care and have a great day.